Good morning, and thank you so much for staying tuned to Power Breakfast here on Citizen TV. We are live in Embakasi this morning at the Administration Police Training College, here to talk Police for Peace. So we're going to be having a couple of discussions here alongside with the music that you heard from the APTC band there this morning. But my first guest here to talk to us this morning is Dr. Mark, who is Commissioner of Police and also Director of the Peace Corps. He's here to talk more about that. Dr. Mark, karibu sana. Maybe you can give your full introduction. I know you're Dr. Mark.
Thank you very much. I'm Dr. Mark Leleruk, Commissioner of Police, and I am the Director of Peace Corps program at the Administration Police headquarters. Peace Corps is an abbreviation for Peace and Community Policing Program.
Okay, we'll talk more about that a little bit later on, but let's just, talk about where we are today here in Embakasi. You told me this is one of 4 training colleges in Kenya.
That's right.
So tell us more.
This is the Administration Police Training College, and we call it the mother of the Administration Police Service. And this is because for any person to qualify to become an AP officer, he or she must pass through this institution for training. And other than this training college, we also have a senior staff training college at Mali for senior officers, where they go through management training. And we also have tactical courses training college at Kitui, a place called Kanyonyo, where specialized units go for their training, particularly tactical courses. We also have Administration Police Sports and Leadership Center at Meru, and this is a place where we go for leadership courses, as well as we train our sportsmen and sportswomen. Yeah.
But this is basic training. Every AP officer has to.
Training. Every police officer, AP officer goes through this institution.
And how long does the training take once the recruits arrive here?
It depends. For a recruit constable, they go for 9 months, and we also have graduates who go for extra months, so that they can qualify to become first level commanders at the inspectorate level. Yes.
Now you have quite a number of recruits here. We saw them when we came in this morning. I think they're busy doing something over on the other side. I don't know if we'll get to see them, but how many are here at APTC?
We have quite a number of recruits.
Yeah, quite a number. It's a large number, and it's quite a sight to see once they're all doing their training. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit more about Peace Corps with you, but right now I think we're going to head back to the APTC band to hear some more music, and then we'll be back. All right, still here, of course, an amazing band here at the AP Training College. We've managed to see some recruits in action just behind the band here, and like Dr. Mark said, they're quite a number.
Yeah, very true, very true. Yeah.
Now, let's talk about Peace Corps. I understand it's an initiative that you started about 10 years ago. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the Administration Police Service, our orientation is more or less public law and order. And therefore, Peace Corps was initiated way back in 2005 by the service. And why this was initiated is because there was so many conflicts, particularly in the pastoralist regions. And therefore, the service wanted to start a program that is, can address rural areas, particularly the northern Rift region, alongside with community policing programs at the urban centers. So we started a Peace Corps in Nakuru, and we were covering 5 districts by then. That is Nakuru, Samburu, Laikipia, Baringo, West Pokot, and Marakwet, basically to talk to the communities and see how they can get involved through dialogue and agree, on how to share resources, and even to mitigate conflicts that are quite rampant at that particular time.
Now, there are certain pillars of Peace Corps that you told me about earlier, and one is having people based in various communities to sort of monitor what's happening there.
Yeah, we established Peace Corps, and we have peace monitors. At the moment, we have peace monitors in all counties and also sub-counties. And these peace monitors are AP officers who are trained and were given additional training on basic conflict resolution skills, sustainable human development, early warning and mitigation. So these officers are deployed all over in the country at the sub-county level, and their role is only to observe what is happening in the marketplace, and they get information about how people are relating, and also provide alert to the National Police Service, particularly the APS, on security levels at their respective sub-counties. Yeah. Now,
AP officers who are involved in Peace Corps, they are still part of AP, or is this a separate thing, or how does that work?
Yeah, you see, Peace Corps is a mandate of the Administration Police Service, so it is part of the functions of the APS under the National Police Service Act, Article 22H. So this is just a component of the APS that seeks to address violence in the society. So we are AP officers, and we only have the mandate to monitor conflict early warning, and more so to engage the communities in resolving conflict, warring communities. So basically, we are AP officers. We have undergone the basic training course, and as I said, specialized courses in conflict management.
So over the 10 years that Peace Corps has been in existence,
yes,
can you tell us some stories of some of the success stories of what you've managed to achieve in that time?
Yeah, what I remember very well is the year 2008. When we had the post-election violence, and this particular period, Peace Corps was really involved in saving those who are locked up in houses, in churches, and by that time, I think that is when we realized that there is a lot of work that we need to prepare ourselves for, particularly when it comes to election period. And I can tell you for sure, 3 days after the elections, this country was really not quite safe. And, somebody could be having money, but locked in the house, staying there because of fear to move, There was no freedom of movement, particularly in areas where, communities were against some other ethnic communities. So basically, that's when we were really involved in escorting people to the marketplaces, and more so to rescue those who felt that they need to be evacuated out of their places. Yes.
All right.
So that is one of the successes. But more or less, I think we've been proactive in preempting conflict.
Right.
Yeah. We get information in advance, and you know, our way of working is that we inform the commanders on the ground. We work closely with the Ministry of Interior, you know, the administrators, and therefore, you know, when they have this information, they are able either to quickly mobilize local people and talk about that situation. So I can tell you for sure that through peace monitors, we've been able to achieve a lot in terms of mitigation and conflict prevention.
Now, you spoke about going into an election period, which we are in this next year. There's an initiative that has recently launched, Hello Kenyan, that is also part of Peace Corps. So maybe you can introduce us to that initiative.
The Administration Police Service is extensively preparing for peaceful Kenya ahead of next year's general election. You know, it is part of the DIG's mandate to ensure that you know, the service is adequately prepared to secure this country. So through his leadership, we are able to initiate a program called Hello Kenyan. First, it is a slogan which we identify ourselves with. It creates a common ground for all Kenyans, and therefore through the slogan we reach out to Kenyans, reminding Kenyans that indeed we are all Kenyans, and therefore we need to be proud of our country. We only have one nation. We have one people and one destiny. If something goes wrong for Kenya, it's about all of us. So that is the idea behind Hello Kenyan program, as a way of, you know, preparing Kenyans to become truly Kenyans, to uplift ourselves from ethnic cocoons, and to identify ourselves first as Kenyans. Yeah,
there's something else that you said to me earlier where we were talking about the elections, and you said this Hello Kenyan is also proving that peaceful elections are possible in this country.
At Hello Kenyan, we believe that peaceful election is possible. And we really want to raise alternative voices other than what we hear, people predicting that next year going to be bad. I doubt if that is the conviction of the National Police Service. We believe that it's possible to have election, a peaceful election, a secure Kenya, and therefore we want to change our narratives to say that, it is indeed possible. We've just seen the other day what's happened in America. Over 200 years, we've known America to be a civilized
beacon of democracy.
But all of a sudden, the narrative changed. And therefore, we want to change our narrative for the better and say that indeed, Kenyans can decide to have peaceful elections, and it is indeed possible once we believe that we are Kenyans. And indeed, that conviction is what we're selling out, that we are Kenyans, and this is our nation. We only have one nation, and let's belong to Kenyan tribe, you know, and I think that is what we want to
achieve. It's a beautiful message, and I do hope that it catches on in the next coming days. We are going to talk more with you about Peace Corps. I know there's a couple other pillars that we haven't discussed, but we are going to cross back over to the APTC band, a bit more music. We'll be back with Dr. Mark.
Thank you.
Hey, all right. So I'm joining the APTC band here, who've been playing some beautiful music for us here in Embakasi. The band leader, Inspector Nzole, is also here, and I'm going to have a chat with him. So karibu sana, Inspector Nzole. All right. Okay, I don't know if I should salute. Well, thank you so much for welcoming us here and for this lovely band. Maybe you can tell us how long the band has been in existence?
Well, we're also grateful to receive you here at our college. We're the AP band. We are always out for the country and to entertain everyone. Our band was at first as Corps of Drum, which was established in 1958. It was in the Nyeri Ruiru Stadium, and it was also established and became the marching band many years back. And we have also entertained the country, the citizens. We have been attending several national functions like Jamhuri Day, Madaraka Day. Almost every counties we have been entertaining our citizens, and we are happy for that. We have taken our music and band as one tool of establishing and preaching peace to the country. Because wherever we go, even if there is some sorrows, but when we play the music, it changes the morale of the people. And we're also happy for that because our service is well received. We also have the privilege to train several bands, like the NYS, National Youth Service, the General Service Unit, the Sudan's People Liberation Army Band, and many of our schools here in Kenya, like the Dakoreti School, the Bosco Boys, the John Bosco Boys. We have some classes, we are training them.
So you're training all these other bands across Kenya. So this must be like the premier elite group. So it must be a competitive process to become a band member. How does that work?
Well, it takes time, because to bring someone to the music, and especially the military band, it takes time, and also to need some interest from one's heart, because you can't force someone to enjoy music while there's no peace in his heart. So it takes time, and as the instructors, you have to be humble to your students. You don't have to frustrate, because music doesn't need sad moments. When you mistreat your students, your performance will be not good. So we also thank our directors. We have been having perfect directors. Some have retired, and some by bad luck have passed away, but what they left to us, we really appreciate for what they have taken our band. But it's a long time, especially when we come to the purchasing of the instruments. It's too expensive. We thank our department or our service, because we have so many new and modern instruments that we really enjoy. They really promote our music, and we appreciate for that. For many common Wanyanchis, we see you on TV during national functions, like you're talking, but you also, like you said, you've traveled quite a bit around Kenya. What's the reception like when people get to see the band live in various counties? Oh, well, it's 100% well received. It's 100% well received, because we are always called back. Wherever we have a function, they always call us back, so that we may join them on whatever they have, like weddings and any other functions. Yeah, we always receive the appreciation and a call back that we may join in the other celebrations. Yeah. All
right, well, we appreciate you too at Citizen, and we thank you so much for providing our music this morning. We look forward to a bit more before the end of the show.
Sure, we're also grateful to receive you here, and feel free, this is your home. You know, when you see you guys, we know that the administration police service is always close to the people, so that there's no that enmity between us, and we really appreciate the entire Citizen team. May you keep up, and we wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Please.
Happy holidays to you as well. I'm going to move out of the way so we can have another number from the band.
Thank you.
Okay. Right, I'm back with Dr. Mark Leleruk, who is the Commissioner of Police and also the Director of Peace Corps. He's been telling us all about this community policing process and platform. And you've educated us quite a bit about what it is that Peace Corps is doing.
Yeah.
But there's another aspect, which is the 107 SMS,
yes,
where people all over Kenya can be able to report
yes,
incidents of violence or crime and such things. So
yes,
maybe talk to us about that.
Yeah, other than the early warning through our peace monitors, the APS has set up an SMS-based platform with a code 107, and this is a toll-free text platform where Kenyans can send a text, through any network across the country, and then it comes to APS headquarters. And when we receive that information, we share with our commanders on the ground. The APS has a data bank of all the commanders in every command center, even at the post level. And therefore, we are able to initiate intervention, at the nearest place where the sender is at. And therefore, this 107 is something that we want to implore Kenyans to embrace. That don't just keep quiet. Shout out and say that I'm at a fix and I'm fearing for my life, or there's something going on that is not right. I'm seeing people carrying, crude weapons, and as security providers, we will intervene at the highest speed possible. So we really want to, say that the APS is proactive. And other than the 107, the DIG has put in place quick response teams to back up any intervention, and therefore the quick response teams at the county level play a great role to ensure that we secure this country.
Now, I think it's important to note that the 107 SMS is free. It's
yes,
a free service,
yes.
Okay.
Courtesy of service providers, Airtel, Safaricom, Orange, and all that. Yes.
Okay, so if you see something, you're able to shout out and say, "This is happening in my community.
Yes.
Can I get assistance?"
It's still in the spirit of Hello Kenyan. We want to tell Kenyans that we are Kenyans, and we are there for you as the APS, as the National Police Service, and therefore you can count on us. As our employers, you can count on us. Yes.
Of course, this is the festive season going into an election period. I don't know if you have any final remarks for Kenyans watching, and just the whole aspect of promoting peace and Kenya first. Yeah.
As a service, you're also plugging into institutions. You're working closely with institutions of higher learning, with civil society, with faith-based organizations. And we're saying that peace is a collective responsibility. Let's all embrace peace and preach peace. All Kenyans have a responsibility. Each one has a responsibility, as a Kenyan, to ensure that next year we witness peaceful elections. We break the cycle of violence that has entangled us for the last 20 years. And we change that scenario because we believe it's possible. And therefore, I think we are ready to walk the journey with all actors. We have NCIC on board, we have religious leaders, we have the Catholic Justice and Peace, we have our universities, we have university peace chapters, and we are really seeing a lot of proactiveness, a lot of synergy, a lot of cooperation, everybody wanting to see a peaceful Kenya. And that is the spirit. We are all Kenyans. Definitely,
and peace is definitely a message that cannot be preached enough.
Exactly.
So we will continue to preach peace, and of course, thank you for educating us on what Peace Corps is all about. Hello Kenyan being such a great initiative, and for welcoming us here to the Administration Police Training College.
On behalf of the Commandant, you are most welcome.
It's been quite an experience.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to wrap up the show now with more from the APTC band here on Power Breakfast. Thank you.
Thank you too for hosting us.